Hello, my name is Abe, and today I'm going to be taking a look at GODBREAKERS. I wanted to start on this screen here because compiling shaders, oh my god, you mean a game? Of course it's Unreal, it needs it. A game that pre-compiles their shaders, oh my god! Round of applause all around! Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We landed a man on the moon and we've learned how to compile shaders before the game actually launches. Look. Yes, it's annoying that you have to do it every single time you launch the game, but at the same time, it's so much better than stuttering.
Have unleashed. Because of you, the sun is dying. We had no choice but to intervene. No choice but to allow you to return.
Okay, I'm gonna alt-tab really quickly because I think we're gonna need to.
Made a few improvements.
It's a, like,
stripped out some unnecessary bits as well.
third-person combat
Let's see if
game.
you still know
Looks
how
interesting.
to move and fight.
Let's see if you can still do standard video game tutorials. Now, are there opportunities for sensitivity? Oh, there is, thank you. I always need this. Until I learn how to, like, properly handle my own mouse settings. Jump. How'd you eat the sun? You know, theoretically, far enough into the future, mankind will be able to use the resources of a sun in order to build their civilization. Now, you know, we still have to get off of this damn planet, but perhaps one day we will. We've got a teleport, aka grappling hook.
But we did not bring you back just for a stroll.
Left click
You
attack,
humans
right click
only
attack,
excelled at one thing.
but you can
Violence.
hold it. So 80 damage or like 180. Combo attack, left click, right click. Is there a right click, left click? No. Well, there kind of is. It does boost the damage of the follow-up attack a little bit, I think, or maybe that was a critical hit. Primary air attack, you can do a jump attack, yeah. A jump attack heavy, yeah. It's Dark Souls all over again. Well, Elden Ring. You can dash attack and also dash. Weapon ability has an ability. I don't like the weapon ability because you have to press control twice. Animations are good. Animations are good, but animations tend to be pretty good in Unreal because you can just go to their like asset store and then you know, get whatever animations you want. But I will admit that it does look good. You know, your character isn't really sliding around too much when they're running. Looks acceptable. Having to press control twice though, not the biggest thing. All right. Dashing will cancel your attacks and abilities. It's gonna be used both defensively and offensively. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. When I was playing, well, it's something that I do in Hades all the time, but I was playing a game not too long ago and it didn't have that and I wish it did. Oh, Lost in Random The Eternal Die. It didn't have a dash cancel that allowed me to continue my combo afterwards. That's what it was. Frame rate limit background, let's just make that at 60 so it is consistent, because that's what I'm recording at. Everything else looks fine. The game looks beautiful, but you know, it's there's not a lot of assets so far, and it's an Unreal game, so you know, they're gonna look good.
Let's take it
Bonk.
up a notch.
Let's take it up a notch. Okay, yeah, standard video game tutorial. Oh my god. Standard video game tutorial stuff, but dude, I have to say, like, it has a very unique visual aesthetic so far. It's very bright, but enemies have like good enough tells, like I can see what they're doing ahead of time. The animations look neat. Lenore asks, Raven's Watch? Raven's Watch, the problem with that game is that you don't use the dash in an attack combo. You use the dash for mobility purposes because you have such a long cooldown on it. Fragments occupy slots in the inventory, but they can have a variety of effects, and something bring them to a merchant. When attacking enemies that are at mostly full health, guaranteed crits, sure. I can put this, fragments have a different slot, shape, and color. So I can equip, I can, oh, I just left click it, okay. So we have various stats and equipment, which we were able to put on the yellow equipment slots, which I think it has actually given me like a new gauntlet. I don't think I can drop equipment, but I maybe have a new gauntlet on my character. Items. Essences improve stats or give your attacks a chance to trigger effect. Okay, so this is, we've gotten 2 crit damage upgrades. That's the passive benefits you get. It's not a currency, which is what I originally thought it was gonna be. We have a healing flask, hold on. Press C to heal. Heals for 400. I you know, wouldn't have used that to heal 50. You have an ult meter in the bottom right. You can God break enemies and absorb their powers if they're on low enough HP. Okay. When the health bar turns green, dismiss. So 1 more hit. I see, the health bar is 2 different colors. You can merge with it and detonate it from within, causing an explosion when your target's at low health. You gain a 1-shot absorbed ability unique to each type of enemy. You can find more details in your inventory.
Now, give your newly absorbed power a try.
E is a beam. Deals damage to all enemies in the path. So it's a one-time use ability. That's kind of neat. I like that. That's a cool system. All right. Oh, F.
In the view.
Hit.
This was the last machine you ever built. Or rather,
I mean, I didn't build
started
anything.
Building. It was completed by somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
But I doubt she'll
Yeah.
be of any use.
There's
to
actually
you
like an
now,
attack combo too.
if she's even still there.
This really is one giant mess you made here.
Is this the royal U? Okay, well I don't know what to do with that. It's untouchable. Interesting. Stay in the square to leave. God break. Okay, we're done. Tutorial over. Single player. Let's do it.
Between
proper
you
run.
and the monster you unleashed stands the court of the Hylarians, bound to pay
So,
tribute to their
4-player
master,
multiplayer. This is where
but
you
still
load
free
in.
to pursue their own twisted
Yeah.
goals.
Blah, blah,
These
blah.
planetary rulers
Customize
hold the keys
material.
to our
Oh, we can
success.
change our
The
color.
Hylarians are the
Let's
gods of
be
this
red.
age, powerful beyond your imagination. But they are gods.
Oh, that
in their
didn't
manner.
change. You gotta
Gods that
you
can
gotta
be hunted.
you gotta hit the.
Gods that can be bent to our will. Gods.
There you go. You gotta hit the
that
button.
can be
Could you
broken.
shut up already? I don't care.
Forth, Godbreaker.
So we can have a different head on. We've got a bull head and a top hat. Okay, I can't wait to get the top hat. Configure loop. We can configure the run. Tangles. Not available in the demo. All right, whatever that mechanic is, unavailable. I like having target dummies in games so you can actually test to see what the hell's going on. Change archetype. Different weapon loadouts. This is just, it looks like a big gun wrapped in bandages. Pillar, you create pillars. You've got like a ninja class. A mini gun, not like a mini gun, but a tiny gun on your, is the Mega Blaster. You've got like a gun spear. Oh no, it's a scythe. I get it now. And fists. The character I will probably never play as. All right, let's do a run. Okay, one of these buttons. All right. I can still jump inside the square at least. Weaving the world together. I'm glad it's a different environment, because if it was the same environment, that would have been a
To
little
get
bit
to the monad, you need to cross
silly.
the great psychotic plane, a bunch of sand that taught itself to think. It's
So,
conductive,
So mind your
You
step.
don't want to
Your
get
first
out
true
of
obstacle is
the
the
sand
compiler.
because it will hurt
Called
you
discarded
after a short
skull
amount of time,
afterwards.
probably.
Defeating that will make for a great
Not
trial
for that
run.
much. I thought maybe it would do damage over time and there might be a reason to explore, but there's not. Oh. That's a bomb. Look, your laser was very annoying. We get a couple of items. That's just a passive item. Hitting an enemy applies 1 stack of temporal transfer. At 10 stacks, all stacks are consumed. The enemy gets slow and you gain speed. Okay. Look, I'd prefer to kill enemies faster than whatever that is.
These mysteries will have to wait for another time.
We have things probably not available in the demo.
We have no time to stop and read these.
Yeah. What the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be playing this video game. Get your ass out there, Marine. All right, fair enough, fair enough. No going back, although I think maybe there might have been a secret in there if I'd actually, like, landed on it properly. You can go around the doors, which is funny. Let's see. Maybe I can't actually land on that. So you spit things. I like the animation of that little spider too. He looked kind of cool. Like, the visuals are
These are not available to you just yet.
kind of nice. Selector. We can get explosion damage, increases healing, or attacks have a chance to burn. I'll take burn because I don't know what else to do.
In the ancient past, the mineral
Oh no, I regret interacting with this already. No, get out of here.
Sand taught itself to think.
So that is
To
a secret that we can get to, I think, by
the world.
running on top of the level, maybe?
Being able to
Or maybe we can, like, go in this direction.
influence minds.
Okay, I want your ability. If you're gonna give me abilities, I want your ability. Okay. Don't stand there. Like, can we go that way? I can get it, I just have to dash. Okay, I can get it, I just have to dash better. There we go. Your crits apply vulnerability to the target, which, there you go. Deals 50% more damage, base crit chances 3%, increases damage taken by 25% over time. So we can either have slow speed or crits vulnerability that do more damage. Against bosses, maybe slow speed would actually be nice to have. Movement speed reduced, more movement speed for 4 seconds. You know what? Nah, give me this. I want slow speed. Or the other one, vulnerability. I gotta say, like, interesting design so far. The game plays very well. It looks good. That's not the right button. That's the right button. I've put my own goo on the floor and it's green, so you know that it's mine. Whoa, 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 whoa. I keep thinking I'm doing more damage than I actually am. All right. It's kind of cool. Looks like Fury meets Risk of Rain, says Arcatraz. It's not going to be Risk of Rain. It's not going to have crazy item synergies. It's going to play a little bit more like a classical roguelite where you have just stats that improve over time, and maybe some items will provide you some minor builds, but it's not going to be crazy like a Risk of Rain. This is way more of a standard experience. All right, my weapon art meant that I got stuck in the way of this enemy. Just always be moving behind it. Dude, you can absorb the boss. I was kind of hoping I could be in the air and dodge that. That's not how that works. You know what I would love? I would love there to be a run. So for example, if I could hold the dash button after I dash, to be able to have higher mobility temporarily would be real nice. I'm going to eat you. I have eaten
That's
you.
one giant skull down, and one to go.
Yeah, we get a little healing. We get an item. That's the wrong button.
The psychotic waste. The dustbin.
All right, well, that's a nice little invincibility shield I think I just wasted.
The inner archive. Break and bear and slay to rip.
The North says I keep getting Gunfire Reborn, but melee vibes.
Then
Yeah,
there's
Gunfire
a few more gods for you
Reborn.
to break. You can do it.
There's a lot of similarities that you can make. A lot of comparisons. Combo attacks increase absorbing ability power by 3%, stacks up to 10 times. Performing a God Break removes stacks. You deal more damage. Taking damage will remove this effect for 30 seconds. Increases backstab damage by 5%. Just give me the more damage when I play well. That'll never take effect. Yeah, like, the one thing that I want is just, like, dashing. Because I'm not so slow, but you feel like you're running at a good speed when you're moving and dashing, but then when you're walking after your dash, you're like, oh, I'm so slow. Hey, come here. Don't shoot me. So I've got a big chomp now. I'll take it.
These mysteries will
Nope.
have to wait for.
Don't worry about doing these in the demo. I wish it would just say, don't worry about these in the demo. All right, I can also heal. I'll use one of my 3 heals. Oh, it really does look like you could make that. And perhaps you could, or perhaps you don't have to worry about it. Manifestation +1. I don't know what that word means. We can get more burn damage, increases running speed. Increases running speed. Okay. Yes, I will. I don't care what the percentage was. I will take this every time. So yeah, like there's definitely a chest there. Oh. I'm overthinking it. As usual, it's just a minor platforming challenge. Toxic tendencies. What are these things? Attacks have a chance to poison. I wonder if you were playing in multiplayer, if it would make more sense to actually have certain people take certain synergies. Like, oh, I'm a poison build. Save all the poison upgrades for me. And then if you could remember, you could just give all of the poison to one person. I like I like the ability to absorb enemy attacks. It's very Kirby-esque. I'm a big fan of Kirby. Trade and upgrade. Trade. Buy and recycle items. Items in the inventory can be recycled. Spend to buy. So I can gain 4 stacks of this for 10. Reflect. Return 50% of the damage. Reduce the damage you receive by 50%. Which is really nice. Attacks have a poison chance. We can get... Killing an enemy with a dash attack replenishes stamina. I don't know what stamina is, and there's no keyword for this. Crit creates an explosion with a radius. Cooldown 10 seconds. Reroll stock. Buy a health coil for 40. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy this. And I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna upgrade. And then what do we do with upgrades? You can upgrade this to a higher level. Instead of vulnerability, crit against a target that has vulnerable will also apply Doom. Increases damage taken by 1% for each stack. That's not a lot of Doom. You deal 30% extra damage. Taking damage will remove this effect for 10 seconds as an upgrade. That's not a bad upgrade. Don't have the money for it, but I getcha. I gotcha. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Time limits, if I'm playing solo, just remove them.
All your great works were nothing but dust. From that dust, I was born.
You're a head. Like, you're actually also a head that I can wear. I should make sure I can see you. There's a lot of health bars. Like, there's a blue health bar, there's many red health bars. You know what I have not done lately? Jump. Oh! What the? Huh? I will admit to not understanding what the game was wanting for me right there. Whoops. I keep expecting enemies to get stunned. That's not how this game works. We'll have to figure out, like, I'm missing something. Like, I might need to find a wall and hide behind it. Because trying to go to the edge of the screen just got me hit. Ah, I see, crystals. Well, here's the thing. That only hurts me for like 25. No crystals are spawning on my side of the field, and I feel like I'm too slow to actually get there in time. This also seems like a very annoying boss, just because it's gonna take a long time, because he can only do damage during a certain phase. It was mentioned earlier, but with in Raven's Watch, I think it might be like the second boss in that game is very annoying. No, the first boss is very annoying because it's the same like principal combat as this one, where you can only hit the boss during very like distinct moments after you kill other parts of the boss, but the other parts of the boss that doesn't do any damage to the boss. But It's exactly like this too, which is very interesting. It's a tentacle boss, you kill the tentacles, and that opens up a moment where you can hit the boss itself. The problem is it's built for multiplayer, where in multiplayer, you have more time to get in there and hit damage. You can hit it harder. You can hit it more. The tentacles don't all aggro on one person, they aggro on many people. I want this. I can't see. So like this fight, for instance, it's just gonna take a long time. It's not hard, it's just long. This is a multiplayer fight, a multiplayer boss fight. It's designed around it being multiplayer, so it just takes forever. Which, to be fair, because like the game feels like it would play better in multiplayer anyways. I'm not saying it's gotta be balanced around single player. I'm saying, oh yeah, I see it. I see what they're going for. Please, thank you. I don't want to have to do another phase of that. Alright, we take random things on the ground.
Tendency to put themselves back together.
Increase crit chance by 10% when your health is high. Let's make our thing explode more. Prepare to leave. Not available in the demo. So that's like the first region. You've reached the end of the demo. Look, I'm not gonna say it's the most content I've ever seen in a demo, but I can see this game being kind of interesting. 6 biomes, battle bizarre creatures, or sorry, creations. Unlock more archetypes, so different play styles, gain powerful abilities. Look, I wanna check a couple of things first. So, yeah.
Well,
thank you for giving it all on one screen. I actually appreciate that, so I can just skip the whole thing at once.
Destroyed or driven to extinction.
So we can like
You could always trust the humans.
change our skin.
Keep at it. At this rate, we will be done with this mess in a few thousand
I can
cycles. Hopefully
get
by
him as a
then,
head.
The monad will not have spread far beyond
The loop
local
is
star
probably like
cluster.
difficulty or like
Most of
ascension
those
modes, if I had to
stars
guess.
are battled
Modifiers that you can put on.
anyways.
It looks like maybe you can put 5 modifiers on. So that's definitely a like multi-game thing. This looks like it's gonna be a perk system. So upgrading yourself, upgrading your statistics. We do have another archetype, which only has one appearance, only has one ability. So you can have different abilities as well. I'm just going to do it and then play around with it. So it's not a gun, it is in fact a just different weapon. So it's like a bit of a lunge. And then we have control, which very temporarily puts up a barrier. What is this? Pillar? Pillars gain 1 quake stack with each successful secondary attack. Quake stacks increase the radius of the next charge attack by 1 meter. I don't know what these things mean. How do you do a charge? Oh, right click, okay. Okay, so you use your right click to hit the enemy a whole bunch. And then you can set up a charge. Okay, well there you go. So, a slower but heavier weapon, understand. So yeah, the game looks good. I kind of like the visual aesthetic. The gameplay's fine. It actually does play very well. I do wish there was like a hold shift to run. Additionally, maybe like just being able to catch back up with people if you're looting. That would be a nice thing, because like hold shift, after a second you start running, you can just catch them quickly. Good, might be nice for like repositioning. The one thing that I will say about this, I'll say two things. I'll say one, it feels very much like it's balanced around the multiplayer. The enemies, like the actual combats, were very easy. None of that really presented too much of a challenge. And even the first boss was not too problematic. But bosses will begin attacking you even if their ads are alive, which means that you're going to be better off in multiplayer, depending on how many ads actually spawn. Perhaps more spawn in multiplayer. But then also, especially with that tentacle boss, getting in there and hitting the boss when its shield is down and the tentacles aggroing only on one player, it definitely feels like a multiplayer boss. But that's not too much of a problem for me, because I understand that it's a multiplayer game. You can play it single player, but it's supposed to be a multiplayer game. And then the other thing is, I will say, it does look like an Unreal game. You know what I mean? Like, it's got the, like, this is the default world with just like a cube on it, and you've dragged and dropped a character model onto the cube, and it just has like a running animation built in. But it feels fine. Like, it plays very well. They've clearly put in some effort making it not just like a generic Unreal game, but it does have those hints of unrealness to it. Like the weirdly like super realistic bouncy lighting, but also it's like cartoonish shader models and everything. Like, I think it needs to go more in that direction of, don't make it look so real in Unreal. Make it look a little bit more cartoony, and go this art style that they're presenting here with the character models and the enemies and whatnot, and just like maybe make it less shiny. Maybe then I'd forget it's an Unreal game. Also, props for precompiling your shaders. Thank you. I didn't notice any stutter in the game. Imagine that, when you precompile your shaders and you spend an extra 15 seconds loading, it doesn't stutter. I was gonna say stagger. It doesn't stutter. Thank you. But yeah, like, this looks fine, plays well. I kind of enjoyed my time with it. I am curious, you know, if I click on this button, it'll take me to the Steam page. Godbreakers planned release date 2025. I wonder how much actual content there's going to be, because that was one biome that we played in. If there's only going to be like 6 biomes, that's not a lot, but it's a fun little game to jump into with friends potentially. It'll be interesting to see how the full experience looks, because it is very limited here. Like, you get one region, a couple of characters, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, I will say pretty good so far. I'm also doing a little bit of research on the fly. Hold on a second. Thunderful Publishing, where have I heard that before? They also published Lost in Random, The Eternal Die, and Rainbreaker. Lost in Random was good enough, kind of Hades-like experience. Rainbreaker, I would say much better and much more interesting Hades experience. I really liked the color in that game. But Rainbreaker, unfortunately, when Thunderful Publishing bought that development studio, they did shut it down even before the game launched, which is unfortunate. But yeah, also they published SteamWorld. The developers, on the other hand, To the Sky, this is their first game, at least as Steam is telling me. Anyways, just some information. I like kind of looking up that stuff on the fly. So yeah, 2025 release. It's got enough content and it plays well enough that I think it could be kind of interesting. A melee-focused game for sure. Not too many ranged weapons I've seen. In fact, the only ranged weapons you get are when you absorb other enemies. Yeah, interesting, and I like it. For now, for those of you on YouTube, hey, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next Let's Look At.